How can you most effectively teach a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old that their words have tremendous power, that our words as human beings have tremendous power, that if we use kind language, it has one effect, and if we use unkind language and maybe hurtful words, it has a completely different effect, how it hurts a person on the inside, even if it doesn't look like that way on the outside. That was my mission, to teach my kids that. And I conducted this cool experiments with them that is super easy, super fun. They really loved it, and I think your kids will too. Now, it seems like now that our kids are 4 and 6, our older kids, it seems like I talk to them about this stuff on a daily basis. You know, the power of words, how we should always be kind, how we shouldn't use unkind and hurtful language. And I talk to them all the time, but because of their age, they're visual learners, right? And so I was on a kind of on a mission to try to figure out a way, how do I most effectively convey that message to them so that it really sticks. And I came across this post in a Facebook mom group a few months back. So I can't take credit for this idea. It's not my own, okay? But I will show you what it looks like in practice. So anyway, and I thought that it was really great, really fun way to explain this stuff to the kids. So the only things you're gonna need, okay? And I mentioned that it's super simple because the only things you're gonna need is 2 apples, okay? Now you're going to want to make sure that they are kind of similar in size, same type of apple, same color and everything. And pretty much the only things you're going to need is the 2 apples, okay? The only difference is one of the apples you're going to take before you actually conduct your experiment, and you're going to want to bruise it slightly. So you want to, I don't know, either like press down on it with your fingers to try to make it a little bit soft, or you want to, you know, you can also kind of hit it on a hard surface a few times so that it starts to bruise up a little bit. Now, the reason why I recommend using red apples instead of green or yellow apples is because once you bruise a red apple, it bruises on the inside, but you don't really see it on the outside, like it looks the same. If you use like a Granny Smith apple, for example, once you bruise it, you almost see it immediately that it's bruised up. So that is the only thing you're gonna wanna do is before you conduct your actual experiment. Don't let your kids know that you're doing it, okay? That you're actually bruising one of the apples. Then when it's time to do the actual experiment, the unbruised apple, you're going to want to speak praises to it. You're going to want to compliment it. You're going to want to say all the best words to this apple, okay? Now, this apple, the one that's going to be bruised up, we're going to be very mean and very nasty to it. We're going to say unkind words. We're going to say hateful things, right? This is the opportunity for the kids to be really nasty to this apple. And then the magic happens at the very end. Stick around. Okay, ladies, today we're going to conduct an experiment to see how our words affect other people, okay? Our words can be very powerful. If we use good words, it has one effect. If we use bad and mean and unkind words, it has a different effect. Do you want to see what happens when we use certain words? Yes. Now, I have 2 apples here. They're the same. See? They're absolutely the same. They look the same. They're the same size. They're the same color, but here's what's gonna happen. One of these apples is gonna go into the sad face side. The other apple is gonna go into the happy face side, okay? We're only gonna say unkind words to this apple, not very nice things, okay? This apple, we're gonna say only nice words, compliments, okay? Only positive words.
I like your apple.
Now with this apple, every time we say something mean and something unkind, we're gonna give it a slight drop like this.
Just like your apple.
Okay? We're gonna drop it. Every single time we say something mean, we're just gonna give it a nice drop like this, okay? And this apple, every time we say something nice, we're gonna do like a little pet. Oh, you're such a nice apple, okay? You ready? Who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay.
You're ugly. I just like you.
Aww.
You don't look very nice.
That's a pretty unkind things to say, yeah. Something unkind, something that maybe if other person said to you, you would feel a little sad.
I hate you, Apple.
That's a mean thing to say.
You're not red enough.
You're not red enough. That's a pretty mean
I'll
thing
look-
to say to an
Mom,
apple.
I'll
All
look
right,
at the
so wait.
red.
So we said all of these things to the mean apple, right? And we dropped it a few times. What else can we say to it?
Oh, I know.
One final thing, maybe?
Yeah. I don't like your apple. I'm bouncing on the table.
There you go. Now this apple went to be sad in a corner, okay? Now we're gonna do this apple now. Hold on, this apple, do you wanna do a final one? One final mean thing, okay?
You're stupid.
Yeah, that's a really mean thing to
That
say
was
to
a bouncy.
somebody. That was a bouncy one. That really
Mom,
bounced off.
Can I
Okay, now let's do this apple, okay? This apple,
Okay.
and then we'll do the experiment.
can
Now
I
this
call
apple,
this?
we're
What
not
is that?
we're not gonna bounce. No, we're not gonna bounce this apple. We're gonna only say good words to this apple, and every time we say something, we're gonna give it a pet, okay? Like this. Now, Maya, you start. What are some of the nicest compliments you can give this apple?
I love your hair. I love you that you're very around every day.
That's good. Katya, what about you?
I love your apple. I so love you, and I so kind of you. Oh, you look so nice and shiny and white. You look shiny and so. You are so round and red, and you red with hair, so many reds.
And
I like your dot. I'm gonna be your friend. I'm gonna play with you with the happy face.
Maya, you want to say some final good words to this apple?
Yeah, I love you, apple. I love you that other apples, and I love you that are my friends. And your friend, and I love you that your friend apple. Oh Maya, I didn't pet it. Ooh,
Oh yeah, you give it a nice pet. All right.
So what's not was.
So now remember, hold on. Now
Mom,
remember,
let's cut it.
we will. This apple, we only said really mean things to it,
Yeah.
okay? And what happened? What do you think happens on the inside when somebody uses mean words? Maybe it feels sad on the inside.
It doesn't do nothing on the outside, but it does something on the inside.
Yeah, it makes you feel what?
Sad.
Makes you feel sad. Maybe it makes you feel lonely, right?
Makes you feel sad and mean.
Yeah, if somebody
And
uses
mean.
no, well, if somebody uses mean words to you, it makes you feel sad and lonely, right?
Mean.
So, and then what happens if somebody says good words to you?
I don't know.
It makes you feel what inside?
Good.
Good. It makes you feel
Good.
confident, right? It makes you feel not lonely, right?
Mom, why not cut out the
So let's
cookies?
see. So this is an apple that we only said good things about, okay? So we'll cut it and look. Oh, it's nice and fresh inside. It's nice and delicious. It hasn't changed at all. Now let's check this one out. This one is the one that we said bad things
Mama,
to.
look at it. Look what's inside.
Okay, let's see. Oh, look at this.
Because we said bad things.
Because we said mean things to it. This is what happens inside. On the outside, we may look fine if somebody uses mean words and unkind language.
I like your apple.
But inside, we're lonely, right? And we feel really sad.
I like your apple now.
And it's still a really good apple. It's just sad inside. It's bruised because we hurt its feelings, right?